Start with the chips. We're gonna line them on the bottom here of this greased baking dish. I greased it with a stick of butter. Not a whole stick, but I just used the stick, you know, for however much I needed. So you want to do about a layer that's just going to cover the bottom. You don't have to use the whole bag. Just kind of cover the bottom, do a little bit more. And then just slightly press it down to crush it. You don't have to like really overdo it, but just slightly crush the bottom. And that's going to be your base. There we go. All right, once you have that tortilla chip base on there, you're going to take, so I had, this is a pound of country sausage that I sauteed and cooked with onions and bell peppers. So I already did that before we started the video, but that's what you're gonna wanna do. That's this part. You're gonna wanna pour the country sausage and peppers and onions over the chips. Just try to get it a little, like evenly over the chips. And there you go. Make sure when you're doing this, if you do it right out of the skillet, use a slotted spoon so you don't get it all super watery. I had already done it beforehand, so. All right, now that we have that, we've got 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. We're gonna take about 3/4 of this bag and put it over the top of this. You wanna leave about 1/4 of the bag of this 8 ounce shredded cheddar cheese. That's about it right there. Okay, and now just gently mix it in. You don't have to like do a really, you know, get too intense with it, but just gently mix the cheese and the sausage and the chips together to give it a nice mixture there. This is gonna be a good one. This chip fell out. All right, oof, this smells good. Okay, now that we have that gently mixed together, we're gonna come back here to this bowl. We're gonna take 10 eggs, 10 large eggs that I already cracked. Make sure I didn't get any shells in there. And then take 1/2 cup of whole milk, that in there. And then we're gonna do about, kind of eyeball it, about a teaspoon or so worth of black pepper. Just get that in there. All right. And then we're just gonna whisk that together.
A lot of eggs.
A lot of eggs. All right, so we got that nice and whisked together. So we're gonna take that mixture that we just made, and we're gonna put it over the top of this. And it's okay if it's not like completely submerged in it, that's okay. It's all gonna bake really, really good together. Yeah. All right, so now that we got that mixture on top, we're gonna take the remainder of that cheddar cheese that we had, the last 1/4 of it, and we're gonna put it over the top. This is a really good breakfast casserole the family's gonna love. It's really easy to make. All right, so we have the oven preheated to 350. We're gonna stick it in there for 40 minutes, and it should be ready in about 40 minutes. Come and check it out. All right, let's give it a look. Ooh. Oh, that looks perfect. Man, that looks good. It smells so good. Make sure and close the oven. Safety first. Oh yeah, get in here and get a look at that. Oh man. Gosh, that smells good too. Okay, y'all, I'm just gonna dig in. I know it's kind of hot right now, but I'm gonna dig in. Let's just. Oh, look how it, because of the way the eggs baked in there, it comes out really clean.
Yeah.
It's not messy at all. Oh, man. This would be great with like some Cholula or hot sauce too. I'm just gonna eat it as is though. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're gonna wanna let it cool down for like 5 minutes before you try it.
Yeah.
Well, you know me, I'm a daredevil. That is so good. 10 out of 10, y'all. You gotta try it. We got super spaghetti casserole. We're gonna open up this casing and let all the guts fall out. I'm gonna let it onto the skillet here. I'm gonna break them up in the skillet and get them all nice and browned. All right, so we got that nice and brown. Now that we have that brown, we're gonna throw in some different ingredients in here. We're gonna start with the crushed tomatoes, 28 ounces. We're gonna throw that in there. We're gonna do 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. I don't mind being generous with the garlic, so.
It's good for your gut health.
Good for your gut, good for a lot of things. Kills infection. Actually, I need a little more. There we go.
You should just eat a spoonful of it.
I should. We're gonna throw some Italian seasoning on there. Seasoning, I feel like, is at your own discretion. If you want a measurement, you can do, half a teaspoon, do a full teaspoon worth. There we go. We're gonna take 3 ounces of tomato paste. I already used half of this for another one, so this is 3 ounces of tomato paste. Throw in there. Get all the little bits. I'm gonna do about a half teaspoon of salt as well, or a little more. And then finally, we're gonna throw half a cup of water over that. And we're gonna mix all that together. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna leave that alone, let it simmer for a few minutes. While that's simmering, we're gonna come and make a little cheese blend. So we got some small curd cottage cheese. We're gonna do half of this. Make sure and get the small curd. It's better for baking this dish. Okay, that's about half of that, which is 8 ounces. We're gonna put about a 1/4 cup worth of grated Parmesan in there. There we go. And then just a little bit of black pepper we'll throw in there. Okay, once you got all that together, we're gonna stir it. We're gonna use this mixture very soon. All right. Now that we've had that simmering for a little bit, we're gonna I had some spaghetti noodles that I had already cooked. And we're gonna throw in with the sauce and mix it all in together. All right, so we got that good and mixed on in there. So we're gonna take half of this mixture and put it in this grease 9 by 13 baking dish here. Just gonna take half of it, put it along the bottom here.
Looks like good old-fashioned spaghetti to me.
Oh yeah, casserole version. I'll get that nice and smooth over the bottom there. All right, now this part, we're gonna take that cheese mixture that we made with the cottage cheese and the Parmesan and put it over as a middle layer here. Get a nice middle layer and just kind of spread that over. All right, now that we have that middle part, we're gonna put the other half of the spaghetti.
Let it be.
Smooth that over the top. There we go. Then we're gonna take some mozzarella cheese at your discretion. The recipe calls for 1 cup, which is half this bag. I might use a little bit more, because it is spaghetti, so gotta have the cheese with it.
It's kind of like that $1 million spaghetti.
Oh yeah, y'all made that before, right?
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, we're gonna use the whole bag, people.
Might as well.
There we go. Get it nice and mixed over the top. All right, y'all, so we got the oven preheated at 350. We're gonna put it in there for 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes at 350. All right, let's take a look at this super spaghetti casserole.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, man.
Look at that.
Look at that masterpiece.
Looks really good.
Oh man, let's take a look. That is hot and bubbling. Look at that. Let's get a look at that. looks so good. Let's put this on the plate here. It's fresh out the oven. I don't know. I smell that garlic too.
You like garlic?
Oh, I love garlic. It's in my blood. All right. That is super good.
Damn.
Oh, Kim, you gotta try this. We're making Bobby's beef and mushroom casserole. We're gonna start with some beef that I already browned. Put that in there. Kind of get it spread around just for a second. Oops. And now we got some sliced mushrooms we're gonna throw in there with it. I'm gonna add about a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. Gonna do about the same worth of salt. Don't be shy on the seasonings, y'all. And some cracked pepper. All right, so we're gonna let all that saute together, get those mushrooms kind of sauteed on there for a minute.
Dang, it looks nice.
Yeah, so we got the mushrooms all sauteed in there. So now that we got those sauteed, we're gonna add some tomato sauce. We got a can of tomato sauce. Add that in there. And then we got some Worcestershire. Kind of do at your own discretion, however much you like. That's probably good for me. Okay, then we're gonna stir that together. You wanna let that simmer for about 3 minutes or so before we go on to the next little part. All right, so we let that simmer for a few minutes. All right, we're gonna come over here to our mixing bowl. And we got 8 ounces of egg noodles that I already had prepared, ready to go. We're gonna put that in there. Make sure I can kind of break it up, make sure it's not all clumpy. Then we're gonna take that mixture that we just made and dump it in there. Just let it pop on in. Looking good. Then just kind of stir that in there together. And then next we're going to take some fire diced and roasted tomatoes. Throw that in there. We're going to take half of this sharp cheddar shredded cheese. 8 ounces, put that in there. So that's about 1 cup of cheddar cheese. You're going to save the other half for later. We're going to take about a handful of these green onions, kind of at your discretion. Throw it in there. I like green onions, so I'm going to be kind of generous with it. There we go. And then we're going to take how much is it? 8 ounces of sour cream.
Okay.
Just use your spoon to get all the little remainder into there. Alrighty, so we're gonna mix all that together. Make sure the noodles and all the other ingredients are just mixed in there nice, and the sour cream. This smells good. All right, so we got that nice and stirred up. We're gonna put this in our 9x13 baking dish here. You got the holidays, you got family coming over soon. This is a great one to cook. It's easy to put together. All right, and last but not least, we're gonna take the second half of that cheese that we had and just put it over the top. Just kind of spread it all around there. There we go, pretty good. All right, so we got the oven preheated at 350. We're gonna take it over there. We're gonna put it in the oven for 30 minutes.
Okay.
This takes 30 minutes, y'all. All right, let's check out Bobby's beef.
Ooh.
That is looking good, brother.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, nice golden brown on top. All right, let's give this thing a try. Get a look at that.
Look at that.
Whoa. All right, I'm ready to take a bite. I'm hungry, man. I need lunch. Lemon's hungry too,
It
apparently.
is.
Or thirsty.
Thirsty, yeah. Y'all hear her slopping?
Mmm. Yo, that is really good. I ain't even lying to you. Gotta try it.